On 26 January, the State Bank of Pakistan reintroduced market-driven exchange rates. Well, to be exact, the exchange companies removed the unofficial price cap on the US dollar. That decision seems to be paying off dividends now. After a massive depreciation of 19.8% against the US dollar between 26 January and 3rd February, the Pakistani rupee recovered 2.6% of its lost value by 10th February. The recent gains in the rupee are primarily owing to the selling of dollars by currency holders and some effective checks on the massive smuggling of the greenback to Afghanistan. This temporary rupee appreciation is a healthy development as it will provide much needed support to sagging exports and will also lessen, to some extent, the rupee cost of external debt repayments. But Pakistan's forex crisis is so deep that it may take years to achieve stability in the external sector. Thanks to massive curbs on imports amidst the forex crisis, Pakistan's trade deficit is now down to 32%. But once curbs on imports are eased, it will be too difficult to contain it further, more so because prospects of export growth remain dim in the short term. And even if the trade deficit keeps growing at its current pace, it cannot be financed fully by home remittances that are also on the decline. This means Pakistan will have to rely on further external borrowings to keep its external economy afloat and avoid sovereign default, at least in the short term. If the country wants to avoid staying in the debt trap, it needs to undertake homegrown reforms at least in 3 key areas: energy, exports, and labor productivity, as highlighted by Mohyuddin Azim in his piece for Dawn's Business and Finance Weekly. Let's start with energy reforms. These should achieve 2 basic objectives: reduction in circular debt and availability of enough gas and electricity in the country to keep the wheels of industry moving. But this alone will not help. We need to simultaneously reform the entire export sector. Here again, the main objectives must be: number 1, diversification in both export base and export destinations. Number 2, enhancement of market competitiveness of export industries. And number 3, the acceleration of IT and IT-enabled services. None of these 3 objectives can be obtained without increasing labor productivity. So, initiating a separate set of reforms in this area seems logical. But these crucial reforms can be undertaken only in a stable political environment. How and when will Pakistan achieve the required political stability remains a $1 million question. Let's hope for the best.